I'm gonna get a little real with you today. It may look a little dark and stuff like that. I was trying something to where the light up here would look kind of fancy, but let me just undo all that. Let's just take that variable ND filter. Ooh. Last week a lot of stuff happened. Actually, the last 2 weeks a lot of things happened, and prevented me from mentally just being able to do this YouTube channel. And one of those things is actually finding a time to exercise. So don't mind me exercising the wrong ways on everything. So anyway, do you like this light? I love this light. It might be a little distracting, but I don't care. I'm still learning, and I like the light, and I want it up there. Been wanting to use it for something, so that's just how I am. But anyway, so last 2 weeks, let's see, the garage door broke on us, so yeah, we got to manually open that to get the trash out. Let's see, and then my glasses broke on me. I got a fat brain of mine over here, so I just kind of squinched my head a little bit and went, don't believe me. Actually, here, those are my glasses. The glasses broke right there. I had it on my top of my head like this, and I went, oh wow, and I just went, oh wow, my ears go back. See that? So my ears go back, and when it did that, it made my head go out like that just enough, and it goes pop. Back to my exercising. Not that y'all care, but anyway, just deal with my ADD. I think it's ADD. I've never been diagnosed with that. I don't really think I have ADD. But I think when you get older, you get distracted. Or it could be the Coca-Cola cookies that I just had. So I'm hyped up a little bit on a little bit of a sugar rush. So I figured I'd make a video real quick and exercise. Good things to have right before you exercise. So one of the big things that is happening in my life right now is the fact that all my muscles are really tight. And they're really tight because some of the muscles haven't really been being worked because I didn't have the right exercise equipment. And anyway, I stole some of my wife's exercise band that she got, and I'm trying to build those muscles right now while making a YouTube video. This is not exercise training video, and if I'm doing any of this wrong, just let me know. Anyhow, so let's see, broke my glasses. Oh yeah, this morning I went into work. Car is working fine. Go to work, get out of work, go to start the car up, not turning on. Needless to say, I think it's the battery, but we're going to find that out tomorrow. I've been doing some photo gigs. That's been nice, actually being able to collaborate with people and practice on doing portraits. Been so awesome. Actually, check this one out. Yeah, some good photos. But anyway, probably shouldn't show that one yet because I didn't get the approval, but we'll find out later. It's okay, don't worry, I'll tag you. What else? Oh yeah, I've been doing some videos up at the church, which I do not plan on slacking off on any of the stuff that I've been doing. The thing that I will slack off on is the YouTube channel, because as much as I want to put that first, it's coming last. The thing is, though, is that I really want to upload stuff on YouTube, so here I am uploading me exercising on YouTube and just randomly getting stuff off my chest right now, because, well, why not, right? Right. Now that we're on the same page, let's see, what do I want to make this page about? These are the things that are going through my head. So this last week I've been doing different shots, doing different things, and actually, you know what? It's a typical YouTube thing to switch the angles, so let's do that. Okay, cool. So now we got the angle changed a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn that light off. Awesome. So now we got the camera angle changed and the light turned off. Let's go ahead and talk about what I want out of the YouTube channel. Actually, the thing that I think about in putting into a YouTube channel. So typically, a lot of people that start a YouTube channel up, they figure out their niche, or they want to, their main goal is to figure out what it is that they want to do on the channel. So I've been going back and forth on wanting to do different things. However, my life isn't structured for that, and there's things that I want to do that I need to practice on before I get to where I want to go. So I've been doing this thing this last year where what I would do is, ooh, that's a tough one. So one of the things that I would do is figure out where I want to go. Like, I know in my head I want to do certain things, so I say, okay, I want to do that. And then I dive headfirst into it and go, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't have the skill level to do this thing. And then I backtrack, and I backtrack from that point. And I just keep doing that until I figure out where I am, and now I have a path to where I want to go. That way you know where you want to go, what you want to do, and how you want to get there. And the biggest struggle for me is like, okay, I want to be a blogger. One of the big things you do is you go out, you get the camera, you get the mic, you get the tripod, and then you go walk around in public. Now, for most people, it's like, it's becoming a norm. So like, if I'm walking down the road and I see somebody with a miniature tripod or a gorilla pod with a camera and then a mic on top of it talking to the camera, you're like, oh, they're a vlogger. It's becoming a norm. But when you actually get that stuff in your hand and you go out and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and go do this, now everybody's looking at you, whether they are or not. That's the way you feel. And so it's just a comfort zone, stepping out of your shell or bubble, or facing your fears, or however you want to look at it, to go out there and do these things. I think it's a time for a camera change, so let's oh let me get readjusted here now that my camera moved. So talking about comfort levels and things, like, I still think this is just a little bit. Let's do that. I hope I'm not boring you. These are just things that go in my head and where I'm going and how I try to focus. Because when you know what your discomforts are, and you say, okay, how do I change what it is that I'm doing while I keep doing what it is that I'm doing, to incorporate a different lifestyle. For instance, maybe, yeah, I'm not comfortable recording myself in public. But you know what? Lately, when I first got my camera, I wasn't even comfortable carrying my camera around anywhere because I felt stupid doing it. The reason I felt stupid is because I'm not a photographer. And the first thing anybody says when you're carrying a nice camera around is they say, oh, you're a photographer. No. Oh, okay. But along the way, I've learned how to take photos and things like that. Now I can say, hey, I'm a photographer. And I never like saying that I'm something when I'm not. Maybe it motivates people when they do that, but for me, I don't like saying, hey, I can run 15 miles when actually I probably can maybe do like 2.5 miles. That way, when people actually invite me to go do something like that, running, bicycling, or things like that, they know where I'm actually at, and they trust me a little bit more. This last week, it's been hard for me because when you fail, which I failed. I already failed at YouTube. And I say this because I put it in my mind that hey, I want to do one upload a week. It's easy. It's like I've already been going for 15 minutes and just rambling on about stuff. But to me, I didn't want to just ramble on about stuff. I want to actually convey things to people and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. And just starting YouTube, these are the things going through my mind and everything, and where to go, why to go those places, what am I gonna do, how am I gonna convey a message with something, am I gonna do tutorials? Like, in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna do tutorials, and then I started doing a tutorial, and I started watching myself, like, I want to learn from myself, and it just didn't fit. And so from then, I'm like, well, I said I was gonna upload on Tuesday, and Tuesday kept getting closer, and my regular life started continuing to happen, and those are the things that I went for. I gotta keep doing my regular stuff. I can't give that up. And it's trying to say, okay, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna get out of my routine. But the first thing that comes up that goes, puts you in that mood or puts you back in a slump area where you're just like, gosh, I couldn't achieve that. I just couldn't, I didn't hit my mark this week or whatever. You didn't start slowing down a little bit, and then it affects other things in your life. So the best thing to do is to always, and I've seen this, heard this on YouTube a couple of times already, so I'm not the first one to say this, and I won't be the last, but You know, when you come up on something and you fail at it, don't put yourself down. Just say, okay, next week is available. Next week will be here. As long as next week is here, you by all means put another YouTube video up. And by all means, I'm speaking to myself right now. So hopefully some of the things that I'm saying kind of resonates with some other people, which I cherish every relationship that I have with anybody. And I truly mean that. We're here together. We might as well work together, right? So that's enough of me rambling on. I wanted to get that out there. I was a week late on my second upload. This should have been my third. And I'm okay with that. I wasn't last week, but you know, I get through the week and other things come up and stressful things happen all the time. So one of the biggest struggles that I'm having right now actually is with a vlog is to piece together a day. A lot of times I'll start it off and then I don't have an ending. So I wake up the next day, you know, and in my mind I'm like, oh, I got a different shirt on. And it's like all these technical things. And like, so you might see a vlog that happens for 2 or 3 days in a row. It might be different shirts. It's going to signify a different day and stuff. Hey there. So I realized that the ending of my video really rambled on a lot and I didn't really have a proper ending. So I just want to tell you, if you want to join my journey here on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of random stuff like this. Just somebody starting and just don't even know where I'm going. But all I know is that no matter how complex anything is, it simply starts somewhere. So if you want to see more of this, you can subscribe and hit that little bell on the side. Ooh, almost rhymes. I'll see you in the next one. I hope I can do that right. I gotta line that up. Let's line this up. Okay, so that's centered right there. Centered perfectly. So if I did this right, I would do one hand and then I go, wha. And you can do it right there. I'm gonna do this backwards. Let's see if I can do this backwards. I'm not gonna edit any of this. I'm just gonna edit this last part right here. I'm just gonna be like,